morning. I'm sitting here chilling out. Well, I'll just give a couple of you a few secs if you just caught my Facebook post. Going to have a couple more sips of my coffee and then we'll get into it. I literally try to film my weekly psychic guidance and insight for the week ahead for YouTube. And it took me about 8 takes to do it on there for some reason. And then when I finally did it and I got through it and it was all good, when I went back to re-listen to it, after about a minute or so, it went into slow-mo. Just went instantly into slow-mo, and I have no idea why. So obviously I can't upload that. I'm feeling very challenged and very, oh, well, I was agitated, but I'm good now. So I thought, you know what, you won't beat me. You won't beat me. I'll get on YouTube and do it live. So at least this way, at the end, people can come back and still watch the replay. So we'll still get our guidance one way or another. So this is only my second. Hey, Dallas. Hey. So if you are here, jump on, say good day. Oh, hi, John. Yeah, I'm going to do more live. Going to do more lives on here. I've got a new plan, new POA, plan of attack. But hi, Carrie. It's so good to see you, and thanks so much for joining me. Oh my God. I wish I had a little hidden camera in here sometimes. Hey, Ben, first time listener. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So good day to everyone that's jumping on, and hello to everyone who is going to watch the replay. Did you see my message above? The only message that I saw of yours, John, was that you like the lives. That lives are great. So, oh, I got you now, John. Sorry, I scrolled up a little bit more. So there must be a bit of a delay. Well, there you go. Take that compliment and run, John. Hi, Elizabeth, and g'day, everyone. How's the house hunting going? Fun. Fun. Look, I'm kind of blessed where we do have until June to sort of establish somewhere or to find something. So it's kind of difficult at the moment because so many people are left stranded after the floods and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a bit difficult at the moment. I don't like to go into that lack. I believe I will end up where I'm going to be, where I'm meant to be, all that sort of jargon. But yeah, it'll be what it'll be. If not, I'll turn into a bit of a gypsy. It's so funny because Spirit was saying to me the other day, you can always do hometown visits and just live on the road. So who knows? I'll come up with something. Always come up with something. All right, so I'll get cracking, guys, so we don't hang on for this too much longer. Like I said, I had some technical difficulties. I don't know why. I don't know why it happened. I honestly believe and feel that it's Spirit's way of telling me to slow down. Had a bit of a manic day yesterday. The energies at the moment are quite intense, and you breaking out. It's full apart. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is, and obviously that wasn't meant to be shared for some reason. So, all right, let's take a deep breath. I hope you are all well. I hope you are taking really good care of yourselves. I would just like to thank my wonderful friends yesterday for allowing me to have a chat to them and discuss what's going on with me. I've been going through one of those massive shifts, and I think a lot of you are going through the same thing where everything I sort of asked for leading up till about a couple of weeks ago actually come into fruition for me. The opportunities came, the options came, all that sort of stuff. But when I actually went to live it in my actual experience after manifesting it, it wasn't exactly what I thought it'd be. So obviously, I felt a little bit disappointed and had some unexpected feelings come up, which I had to work through. So I'd like to thank my friends. A couple are on here now, so for allowing me to just have a little bit of a purge yesterday. If you feel like you need to chat with someone right now, please do so. Just release whatever you can. If you've got no one to talk to, please write it down. I've got piles and piles of bookwork here where I just write it down, because when you release something that's, maybe weighing heavily on you or feels like a bit of a burden, you just release it. Naturally, intuitively, your soul and spirit will start talking to you, and spirit will give you what you need. So, yeah. All right. So, we are all well. For those who haven't ever seen me live, because I'm a spirit channeler, I tune out of the comments. I'm not ignoring you by any means. If something is meant to catch my eye, spirit will guide me back to you. But what I'm doing right now is I'm connecting with source energy, so it puts me up into la la land. I'm sorry about the light. I'm not even going to bother changing it because every time I do something technical, I'm done. I'm done. So take it for what it is. I don't give a rip. It's all about the message and what spirit wants us to know right now. So I'll try and get back afterwards. If you're still hanging in there and you're still with me, at the end, I might be able to come back and answer some of your questions or, catch up with you. So for now, goodbye. Goodbye. I'm going into La La Land now where it's peaceful and tranquil and optimistic and full of ideas and suggestions and all that sort of stuff. So, all right. So, Spirit. Oh, first I'd like to say, whoever hasn't seen me before, whatever, this is a mass conscious collective reading. So this information that Spirit are going to provide for me is what they feel, the mass conscious collective. That's anyone who puts an energetic imprint on my channel. So please do subscribe and like and leave a comment, all that sort of juju, because that's the energy I'm reading for. It's not going to fit everyone, obviously, but I'm a firm believer that those who are meant to hear it will receive it, myself included, because I don't technically read for myself. I've got a life to live like everybody else. One just flew out, and of course it went to the other side of the room. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day. So yeah, take what you need, leave the rest, and it's time to release negativity. So this card, as you saw, just literally jumped out as I was giving my little spiel. Just don't be surprised right now if a lot of things are still stirring up for you guys. It's going to be very personal to each and every one of you, but I, as a very strong empath, I'm feeling the fragmented energies, so to speak. It's like you can't say, yeah, I'm really good and everything's going really well, but you're not saying, geez, my life's crap and I'm falling apart. It's so many different fragmented energies, so it's really important that you really take care of yourself right now. So we're still in a time that it is to release any form of negativity. And that doesn't mean the negativity. This could be old thought patterns. This could be old habits, old ways of being. It could be people, places, things around you that you know no longer serve you. I spent the whole weekend doing a massive purge of this apartment. Yes, we have to move and all that sort of stuff. But when I realistically looked at everything that is in my environment, a lot of it's just collecting dust, and a lot of it doesn't actually add any value to my life, so to speak. It's not something that I can physically use. So I've been guided into living a very minimalistic kind of lifestyle. So don't be surprised if you're going through the same thing. But anything in your life, like I said, that you feel is like driftwood in your life, it's still time to release it. We just had a chunk fall out. So Spirit really wants you to know that you are good enough. In the first round that I did, the worthiness card kept coming out a lot. So it is really important to find ways and means to increase your self-worth right now. If you do that, you'll have a boost in confidence. You'll start attracting people, places, things into your life that actually encourage you and nurture you and are conducive to your own personal growth. So at the moment, we are finding out ways that we can feel better and better and better about ourselves. That's all we can really do right now. And it's really important that when you release something that's really unwanted, it's really important to replace it with something that's better. So just say, for example, you're someone who wants to release coffee, drinking too much coffee. Maybe you could just set yourself a non-negotiable each day to release 1 cup of coffee and just replace it with a nice tea or something of that nature. Instead of eating the white bread, you might choose a wholemeal bread. Obviously, your taste buds will need time to adjust to that sort of shenanigans. But that's the releasing and the replacing, releasing and the replacing. Definite self-care, Carrie. Definite. Adjustments are required. We're going on a nice little timeline here. So it is a time for adjustments. We're adjusting every single day of our lives anyway, because we're always going to experience contrast. And our internal guidance system is always trying to lead us where we're meant to be going. And that's in the direction which feels best for us at that time. So it's time to really start maybe enjoying the process. I remember in the last round, Spirit is saying, create your vision, hold your vision right now. That is really important, regardless, and not be distracted by worldly events, external influences, or anything that's trying to distract you from your vision, from your goal. I think that's what we're cleaning up right now. We're Spirit are really encouraging us to get more focus and more alignment with what we're wanting to achieve, and just knowing that we are good enough. I mean, this is a hard one. I mean, I doubt myself all the time. I feel like I regret saying it, but that's what they're saying at the moment. There is a lot of healing. They're bringing back the same visual they gave me earlier, where I'm seeing a lot of angels and fairies connecting with people and aligning with people on the physical plane right now. The fairies to me represent that healing. So whether it's physical healing, emotional healing, anything of that nature, they're really doing their job right now to heal. Music was very much highlighted as well, so it's really important that we dance to the beat of our own drum first and foremost, but also put on some music. They're channeling you through music, so you may actually hear a song and it's your loved one's name in the song. Um, just the vibrational, energetic beat of the music obviously is going to raise your vibration anyway. Or before you go to bed, put on some nice whale music or something soothing that's soothing for you. I love the Native American drumming and all that sort of stuff. Love my shamanic side, but you just choose what you want. But music was very, very, very poignant too. So we just need to raise our vibrations and just know that we are good enough. We are good enough, and that we are worthy. It's really important that you believe in the impossible right now. This seems to be coming out all the time. So if you go back and check over my last YouTube videos, something that we believe in our life is impossible is actually becoming possible right now. It really, really is. And we need to feel good enough for it. And we need to have our belief system in check to know that we can be, do, have whatever we set our mind out to. That the only one that pinches ourselves off from the natural flow, which is an abundant, prosperous universe, is ourselves. So a lot of self-care, a lot of self-awareness, self-reflection. I did a post on this on Facebook yesterday. I really had a personal, like an identity crisis yesterday. I did. I'm human. I'm like all you guys, but I do follow Spirit's guidance. So that's part of these adjustments that are required. So please don't feel ashamed or embarrassed to say, hey, I'm not having a good day. And this is what's actually, this is how I'm feeling and all that sort of stuff. The important thing is not to unpack there, to release it in some way. Lucky for me, I had a beautiful friend that I rang and had a chat to. And I did some journaling last night and I woke up feeling much better this morning. So it's just really important that you don't unpack in the problem, that you just know and believe that a solution is coming, and keep yourself as high vibe as you can to receive it. We've got to show the world the real you. Now, Dallas would know what I'm talking about because this is my identity crisis yesterday. Maybe my video didn't turn out today, because they keep been telling me for ages to get on and do more lives, interact and create my community through lives and stuff like that. So yeah, it's time to show the world the real you, guys. Honestly, show the world the real you. I'm not going to sit here and patronize you and say, oh, it's not full of concern and worry and all that sort of stuff, but it's just about feel the fear and do it anyway, so to speak. What I've found has worked for me, so my excuses don't get ahead of me, is I do something pretty much on the spot. As soon as I feel a feeling, like today, after the video, I knew I was feeling a bit agitated and a bit annoyed, and because I'm so not tech savvy, I got really overwhelmed and stuff. And I thought, oh, I'll do it later on the Savo. But I knew if I didn't schedule it, like within half an hour, and that I probably wouldn't have done it at all. So sometimes you've just got to do it. You've just got to put that step forward and cross your fingers and hope for the best and trust that the spirit and the universe will collect you. They want to pick everybody up. Alongside that angel message I just gave about them coming in and bringing healing and using music as a form to connect with them or allow them to connect with you. I also got the fairies. Now, the fairies represent to me play. They represent community. They represent the fact that you can be amongst a community of people and stuff, but still be unique and still do things your way. I did a guided meditation many years ago, and I come into the fairy garden, and this elderly lady took my hand, and the specific message I got from that was, she said, look, we're all here, we're all having fun, there's joy in our process, but we're busy and we've all got a job to do, and that job is our own. So we want you to go back and do your job and do it in your own way. So I'm only sharing that message because I feel like that's the message they're trying to give to you. most people who know me know that I teach through the clarity of my own example. I can only give examples of what I've been through and know as my own proof to say, like, this shit actually works. So show the world your real you. Don't be too shy, and don't hold yourself back enough to not make the adjustments which may be required. Please know that you are good enough. Obviously you are. You're an extension of positive source energy. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have a role to play, a service to provide, the ability to receive, all that sort of stuff. It's really important to remember to believe in the impossible. Whatever you think is impossible, I guarantee it's going to come possible real soon. You just got to really focus on the on your vision, on your goal right now, and really get into the feeling space of that as you learn new ways to release the negativity. All right, so let's get into some wisdoms. All right, Spirit, can we get some wisdoms here? What's some beautiful Spirit-led wisdom we can hold on to right now and take and breathe in and absorb and be inspired by? Well, yeah. Come out the last time too. I love these little storylines. All right, so we got the why card. So at the moment, instead of sitting in the why, the who, the what, the when, the why, and how comes, and all that sort of stuff, Spirit is saying get knowledgeable, increase your wisdom. Some of you may be stepping into a new modality, so you may be learning a new skill or a new trade or something of that nature, because I'm seeing study, TAFEs, higher education, online courses. I'm seeing a lot of that sort of stuff with this. But if this is just everyday stuff that you're going through and you don't know how to do it, what to do or whatever, we are so blessed these days that we have Google. We have so many community, YouTube, so many other community groups and stuff out there that have professionals leading the group, showing people how to do things and all that sort of stuff. So it's really important to step out of, I feel like I want to get out of this why and the questioning and the who, what, when's, whys and the dissection of it all, and actually place myself into positions where I can line up with it or actually find out the information which I need to gain some sort of understanding. I feel like I need some understanding with something. So if that's you, get your head in a good book. You know, if you're feeling very overwhelmed, just reading a novel of some sort. It may not be educating you, so to speak, but it's actually still taking you on a different journey and stopping the resistance which you may be experiencing in your journey. A lot of you may be feeling very alone right now. The orphan card just jumped out. So a lot of, they just said isolated more than lonely, but you put the word on the energy how you want it. But I think at the end of the day, a lot of us need to be in this energy, because in the first round of readings I did, they're telling me to eliminate distraction and stuff like that. I think some of us actually need to be by ourselves, or Spirit are going to provide you with the time that you need by yourself. You might be able to have a bit of a getaway or spend some time by yourself or something of that nature, so you can tap in and do some of this releasing kind of work. We are going to find out some truth. So we've got to be honest with ourselves first and foremost. That's going to set your heart free, so to speak. But I feel like some of you are going to start receiving some home truths, and some you may not like, but some you may. I think what's happening on a mass conscious scale at the moment is that they're highlighting illusions. This more so comes in, the best example I can give it is when, you know, someone's been telling you something for so long. Yes, I'm going to come and visit you. I'm going to come and visit you. Yes, I'll be there next week. Yes, I am. And then their actions never follow through. It could be that kind of energy. It's that sort of, it's that kind of energy that's coming up. People who promise you the world and deliver you nightmare. It's that kind of energy. I feel like some of you out there are going to find out the truth about a certain situation. If not, you may just be emotionally mature enough to accept the truth about where you are, what you're vibrating, and knowing that things, that we're not perfect and we need to raise our vibration, know that we are good enough and release such negativity. It's going to be different for anyone, but I feel like this is opening up your heart space a little bit. It's time to open up your heart space. You can tell by even with this white card, the white card is typically people who are too much in their head, too logical, all that sort of stuff. And they're saying, open up your heart. I know how patronizing it is for someone to say, the answers lie within you. But they really do. Like, they really do at the end of the day. But we need to tap into that heart space. We need to soothe ourselves through music, through play, through laughter, with help from the fairies. We need to get into that childlike curiosity again and go, you know what? I can't change what I did 10 minutes ago, 10 days, 10 hours or whatever, but I have now. And I can always choose a better feeling thought right now. I can always choose a better feeling action right now. I can always choose something better feeling. And I think that's where we're at. And if, like I say, if some of you need to take some time out to do this kind of process and you have the means to do it, then do it. But I honestly feel like we're breaking out of this. I feel like we're breaking out, but we'll see what else comes out. I actually do see love because there's someone standing in front of me blowing bubbles like that. And but the energy I get from that vision is the fact that love's coming in. That love's coming in. But obviously we need to love ourselves and know that we are good enough. Because if we're not, we're going to attract, the same version of ourselves. So it's so funny when I see people communicating sometimes because, like sometimes I can sit here and feel really defeatist on myself, and I'm prepping, I'm looking at someone else going, raise your vibration, do something about it, la 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 la, and here I am feeling the same way. Yeah, I don't even know why I said that, but anyway. Welcome to Dan's World. But just make sure that everything you're attracting at the moment is a mirror reflection. Everything that you're seeing is a mirror reflection right now. Oh yeah, use your time wisely. Like I say, I think honestly we are all on the cusp. I think I've been saying for the last 3 weeks. If you go back and check the other videos, so I put this special oil on my face and my glass keeps sliding down. I honestly think time's on our side right now. There's another week or so. This is part of the collective energy readings I've been doing for the last few weeks. We're just getting some minor tweaks and some minor changes. And a lot of people probably aren't watching because they go, oh, you know what I mean? But if you're very proactive and you're into your own personal development and all that sort of stuff, keep going. Keep going. I'm going to keep going with me. We will get through this because whatever this is it's going to go the distance. We're just about to take a leap of faith into something else. We're on the precipice, on the cusp. Another 2 or 3 weeks. I feel like I want to say I promise you, but at the end of the day, you're the creator, and I can't speed up your momentum, and I can't make you sit down and do the work, the energy work, and the energy shifting and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be able to come back on here and say, guess what? I followed this guidance, and this is what's happened to me. I literally just manifested some opportunities and options myself in the last couple of weeks. When they arrived, yes, I found that they weren't sort of conducive as I thought or whatever. But instead of getting stuck in that, I had my down day yesterday. But instead of getting stuck in that, I thought, what did that teach me? What's the positive aspects I can get out of that? I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that these opportunities actually came because it showed me that the energy work that I've been doing, the affirmations, the self scripts, the playing with my family, like everything that I've been doing, it opened up the doorway for these manifestations to come in. And a couple of these things weren't small things. They weren't small things. So, and I can't mention them, unfortunately, because of certain reasons. But we are heading into a more golden time with all that glitters. But masks need to come off. Whether you're removing certain masks and showing the world the real you. If not, you may have energies, because energies are reversed. You may have people around you that are going to drop their masks, and you're going to see the real them. So you're either going to see something that you like and you want more of, or you're going to see something that is kind of, wow. My instincts was telling me that was the case, but now you're showing me in person. This is that elusive energy, kind of like they speak heaps of words but don't put in any action. Broken promises, all that sort of stuff. So if that's you, remember, got to create that shift so you can start manifesting everything that you do want into your life. So I hope this is making sense so far. I'd really embrace the fairies and the angels right now. Get into the tarot now. We've got the Magician. For those who haven't seen me read before, please understand that I don't read the tarot card meanings. I'm not a tarot card reader. all my oracle cards help me keep a specific timeline. They just help me keep the story going. So I have to put it in all the time because new people come and see me all the time. But the magician to me represents you've got the Midas touch right now. Just remember that everything you're thinking and feeling is coming into being. So if you are someone who is vibrating in worry, concern, can'ts, don't know hows, why, what, how, like I said earlier, you're going to create more confusion in your life. It's law of attraction anyway. You are one big living magnet. What you put out there, you are going to attract back into your experience. I know you don't want it, but if you don't know how to change it, you need to reach out. You need to ask somebody, maybe get a reading, talk to a friend, join other groups of people who are doing what you want to do, anything of that nature, because this is like magical. I feel like I've got all this stuff landing in my lap right now. So make sure you're placing your order with the universe as close to what you want, because I feel like it's all coming. This is a gathering of resources. Everything that you need is coming in for you. It could be the right person. It could be a little bit more extra money. It could be a sponsorship or something of that sort. It could be anything. Just consider resources as a whole. They're coming in. They're gathering in. Whatever this is, I feel like there's money attached to it, though. I feel like there's investment attached to it, so to speak. We've got the King of Wands here. This is the Queen of my castle, or King, not saying genders, but the energy. So I'm the Queen of my castle sort of energy. This is my empire. I'm building my empire. If you're really struggling right now, find something that inspires you. Just do something that inspires you. It may be cooking. It may have actually nothing to do with your business, but if cooking and creating and seeing your family's response to your beautiful new meal that you made, if that's inspiring to you, keep doing more of that, because your inspiration will lead and provide you with the motivation you need to do other things. I think that's what we're building up to. But at the moment, obviously, we're still doing the releasing, and the adjustment in our belief system, and knowing that we're good enough, and adjustments, and getting the balls to show the world the real us. And I'm on that journey with you, kids. I'm on it with you. I didn't do lives or anything, even on my Facebook, for so long, because I was so scared. And now it's kind of like, yeah, I'm doing a live. So practice makes perfect, as they say. But whatever empire you're building for yourself, don't be surprised if you receive some unexpected, out of the blue. I can hear people say now, what a coincidence. And Spirit is saying, no, you asked for it. You just did something else in the meantime, got out of your own way, stop focusing on the absence of what you want, and it's come in for you. It's that simple. So I love the energy of this card. It makes me feel like I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. So I always try to live my life in a way where I wake up with a purpose and I go to bed satisfied. That's my goal each day. And then I fill in the gaps as I go. So something that you guys may be able to try. Also, aren't we just? Aren't we just? We got the Tower card. So the Tower represents sometimes chaos, conflict, confusion, destruction. It depends on what you're going through. But this is a huge symbology that old things, old patterns, old thoughts, old beliefs, old people, old situations, they need to fall away so new things can come in their place. We're in the passage. I think we're in the moat right now. I think a lot of us are still in the moat. We're still, we may have a really good day. We may have an off day. Good day, off day, off day. Good day, good day, good day, off day, off day, off day. I feel like that's the kind of energy that a lot of us are experiencing at the moment, but we are just about to give birth to something new with the Empress here. This can be conception and birth of a child, so if you don't want that, then I would, or something of that nature. But yeah, this is a birth of new ideas. This is a birth of new way of being, maybe. This may be, it's definitely still a lifestyle shift. But what I love about it is I feel like whatever this is for me as an individual, and for you guys, if you got into the stream of it and believed in the impossible, and just know that you have whatever you want, it's going to come into fruition for you. Just got to love yourself, self-care, self-nurture. A lot of people, like I say, are still in their head. I can see your comment, Ben. I had 200 yesterday, but one fell off the train. Two of Swords, this is someone who feels like they're in the middle of things all the time. They don't know who to listen to. They don't know what to do. It's like too much influence. Like Spirit said at the beginning, don't be distracted or influenced by other people's beliefs, other people's thoughts, their kind of direction. If they offer you some inspiration, sure, take it, but it doesn't mean you have to do it. we really need to get out of our head and into our hearts. Like I said earlier, this is the significance to me of a self-imposed prison. It's kind of like sometimes you are good enough. I know that I am good enough at what I do, and I believe in spirit, and I believe that the information that they give us is amazing and full of potential and all that sort of stuff. But my belief in technology is not quite there. So that's why I keep stuffing up all the time. So I keep myself in this self-imposed prison because I go, I'm not even going to bother because it's just going to play up. It's just going to stuff up. And I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that. And I've got to stop that story. But at the end of the day, this is somebody who keeps himself in a self-imposed prison. It could be a lack type mentality, lack type mindset. What's the point in getting all that money when it only gets taken away, or I have to pay so much tax, or whatever the story is you got going on? And this is people who actually feel like people walk over them. It's kind of like a doormat energy to me. It's feeling like you're powerless and that all these people still have power and control over you where you don't. This is my own illusion. I feel like I'm keeping my trapped, and I think that's what spirit I encourage everyone to step out of their comfort zone, to start doing something that you wouldn't normally do, to start networking with other people, get amongst communities that are doing stuff, get the ball rolling in some way, even if it's just energetically. You've got to go there energetically and vibrationally before you will even go there physically in your body. So, yeah. So it seems like a lot of work and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you just choose to wake up each day, lay in bed for 10 minutes and just give thanks for everything that you do have and show gratitude for the bed that you get to lay in each night, for the comfortable, clean sheets that you get to wrap your body up in. You can start pre-paving your day by saying, I'm so excited to meet wonderful, like-minded people today. I love how opportunities and options can come into me from left, right, and center. I'm just going to sit down right now and enjoy my coffee and the sunshine and the cool breeze. It's really about going back to mindfulness too, I think, and make sure that you always ask the universe, what's next? What's next? What's next that I can do? What's next? What's fun? What's playful? It's about shifting your mindset into that kind of way of thinking rather than being trapped in dogma and what everyone else is doing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. When it comes to the guidance, it's basically telling me the same. For me, this card represents internal battle. It's an internal battle. So you might be on the receiving end energetically of other people's internal battles, and that may be overwhelming you here. So it's actually got nothing to do with you. And it may be what other people are doing, and you feel like you're stuck in the middle, and it's like, God, I can't get out. They're not helping themselves, anything of that nature. Spirit are saying that you need to not focus on that. Send them love, send them light. What I always say, if someone comes to me and I know that I can't really do much to help them or whatever, I ask Spirit. I said, Spirit, can you send their ancestors or their guides or their fairies or whoever? Can you send them to that person, or at least send someone on this plane to help them? Because it's not me. It's not me. So just really pick your battles right now, because I feel like other people's battles may be becoming your battles, and that's not real healthy or conducive to your own personal growth. It's so funny that the Hermit come out. Spirit did say right at the beginning, I chucked all the cards down now. I can't really quite find it. Oh, so if you are feeling like you want to isolate, recluse, go back within yourself, let Spirit lead the way for a little bit, at least for the next week or so. Don't let yourself get too dark and too depressed and too low and all that sort of stuff. I'm not trying to patronize those who literally may have a mental health illness or something like that, and chemically they can't control that sort of stuff. If you can, that's cool. But it's more so those who are sort of capable and actually have very strong mindsets and stuff, not to take that time out if you need it. I just really want to enforce that. Take that time out if you need it. You're not going to miss out on anything. What it actually does is it actually stops the momentum of you continually receiving all this icky stuff that you know you don't want. It may be a new relationship, but they're going to have the same vibration. They may have, different features and all that, but they may have the exact same attributes as the person that you just left a year and a half ago. So it's really important to take this time out and adjust your vibrations. If you do, we've got the Queen of Cups. So this is emotional satisfaction. This is emotional enlightenment. That's what Spirit are trying to say, actually. Through the illusion, you're going to receive enlightenment. You're going to receive your answers. And that's why it's really important that you take some time and you spend it on yourself. Get yourself in the the best possible feeling space that you can so they can penetrate you. You will know. It's like you just wake up and have an epiphany. Even, I'm not that I condone drinking or smoking or doing anything, that sort of stuff, but people who use that as their source to release resistance, that they get their epiphanies in that moment. If you are, I'd write them down, because 9 times out of 10, if you come out of your artificial happiness, so to speak, you may forget what you actually receive. But no matter how, it can come in your dreams as well, can come when you're asleep. Whenever you're not thinking, so to speak, that's when it's going to come in. But I see emotional happiness coming in. It's actually really beautiful. Which two did you want me to pick up? I think I wanted to pick up these two. So these two are very significant. So this can be the masculine and feminine within yourself, or it can be you lining up with an energy. So if you've got your stuff together, you're very focused and detailed and all that sort of stuff, you're gonna meet your match who's gonna help you out emotionally, so to speak. But if you are too much in your emotions, feeling a bit depressed or worried or concerned or anything like that, then you will find a mentor or a coach or someone that can come in and help you. Can come in the form of just friendship. It can be relationship. It can be anything. But I just feel like there's a balancing of the scales between the masculine and feminine here right now. So yes, initially you may have to do it alone and just get yourself together. Sort of exclude the external world for a minute. Stop watching the news. Stop getting in our heads about certain things and stuff. Come back to ourselves. Give yourself a couple of days if you want. Do that, and then honestly, I feel like it's going to start going in a different direction. Because I feel like I've got a really bad headache now, and I've got a headache behind my eyes and all that, and that's just from picking up that empathic energy of what some people may be feeling right now. And I actually feel like I have trouble taking a breath, and when we do get very stressed and very anxious and that, we tend to hold on to our breath. I feel like I want to release that, and I think, honestly, that's what the angels are doing right now. They're helping us release that. I know they're doing it for me. So in the oracles, we've got self-forgiveness. So it's about understanding that in life we're always going to have contrast. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to choose the wrong options. We're going to have stupid experiences in our life and stuff like that. But it's important to understand that you attracted that experience and you attracted it for a reason. And the reason was to see within yourself that you may be worthy for more. To see, if you're with an abusive partner, you experience that to get solid within yourself, to know that you don't want someone who's abusive. You want someone who's loving and kind and all that sort of stuff. You may have had 20 jobs that just didn't work out. That may be your realization that I'm meant to be self-employed. I'm meant to be doing something else. It's all this sort of awareness and enlightenment that's coming in for people. But the important thing to do at the moment is to forgive yourself for anything that you felt didn't go right in your life. Forgive yourself first and foremost, and then you'll find it within your heart to forgive others, and then you will find peace with your situations. And I'm not saying this is a 24-hour process and you just get in and do it and everything's fine. I'm not saying that at all. But it's really detrimental and really unnecessary to hold on to any old guilt. And remember that you are God's perfect child and that everything is always working out for you. Everything that you encounter in your life, you've manifested for some particular reason. And ownership and taking responsibility for your own life is extremely important because, hey, at the end of the day, if the whole world got wiped out and it's only you left, you want to know that you're pretty self-sufficient and self-reliant. Yes, we are. Ready, set, go. We are heading into bigger, better times. The end of April is very significant. I think from April 16th onwards, because they just told me 16. So from April 16th onwards, I feel like that's it. So I think we've been getting ready for quite a while now. And I think that a majority are getting into this set energy. It's kind of like when you're just about to start a running race, getting set for something new. And then it's going to be go, go, go. So what you want to do is you want to feel as physically fit as you can. You want to feel as inspired as you can. You want to have some form of focus or some form of vision, have a goal that you're reaching for within the next 12 months. You'd really want to have all that set up first and foremost between now and possibly mid-April, because I think that's when it's going to go, go, go. I think that's when things can get very busy for you. What was that other card that come in? Don't know. Find it. But yeah. So I do think that things are still going to get busy for people. I believe in magic. Woo! Like I say, divine magic. Magical energy surrounds your circumstances, your situations right now. If you don't believe in magic, if you don't believe in luck, if you don't believe in serendipity, if you don't believe in all that woo-woo shiz, then you may be doing this the hard way. You may still have to do it the hard way. You may still get it, but I'm here to try to prevent that, so to speak. To get um, divine magic and the magician card, like I say, this is law of attraction. This is serendipity. This is being in the right place. This is following your own internal guidance system. This is knowing what's best for you and doing that, regardless of the ramification or how someone else feels about it or how they perceive it or whether they think you're doing the right or wrong thing or anything of that nature. We are to dance to the beat of our own drum right now. It's really, really important. And then we've got blessed change. So like I say, this change is coming in anyway. This card, for everybody who does book in for a personal reading with me, this card always seems to be the final ending card for some reason. But like attracts like. So a major life change brings great blessings. It's coming in. It's divinely orchestrated. We are receiving divine intervention right now. So as a human, you need to get out of your own way. So out of the worry, out of the concern, out of the fear, all that sort of stuff. Be honest and truthful with yourself and others. And honestly, it will come together. They show me like a patchwork quilt at the moment. I think that's where we're at. And I get that. Now I'm in source energy. I feel like, oh, yeah, I know which way to go. That's my timeline, sweet as. But even half an hour before I jumped on to do this, I felt like my life was a bit of a patchwork quilt. Here, there, everywhere. Don't know what. Honestly, we do. We need to become the hermits. We need to stick to our own, stay in our own lane just for a little bit longer. I think it's the external influences that's really affecting most people right now. And believe in magic. You may just want to wake up each day. You may even want to write with a waterproof pen. I don't know. Like a whiteboard marker. Sometimes I'll put little notes up on my doors and stuff. You might just want to write, I believe in magic. And if you see that and read that and come to know that and come to believe it, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. That's all it is. So you can believe something different if you shift your thinking. Or self-scripts and affirmations and all that jazz. So I hope that made sense to you, my loves. That was a much better reading. I think that's probably why the video didn't turn out, because I think that's getting too old for me. I think I do have to start doing more lives and stuff like that. Plus, I love connecting with the community. It gets lonely for me sometimes, me just being over here doing what I do and, yada, yada, yada. So I hope that all made sense for you. I'll just quickly see if I can whiz back and... thanks for recommending the sessions, John. I appreciate that. It is a rebirth, Carrie. I really do believe that. Okay, so Ben is saying people are watching via Facebook, so live chat may not be available. Use your YouTube app on your phone. That's why it's best to subscribe, guys. I mean, not a lot of people live on YouTube. Some people don't. But if you subscribe, I will be scheduling stuff so you will know in advance when my things are coming up. But today was an impromptu one because I had to get this message out and the damn video went to slow-mo. You're welcome, Donna. Thanks, John. Thanks so much for sharing, you guys. That really makes me chuffed. Because it is, unfortunately, we can get on here and do it, but when it comes to algorithms and getting out there and all that sort of stuff, the likes, the shares, the comments, and all that sort of stuff, it really helps. It really does help. And I'm a bit of a stickler. I'm very proud of myself. Most people who follow me now, or I actually receive a lot of messages with people who don't actually like or follow my page or anything like that because I don't want other people to know that they're following a psychic. So, um, but I'm very proud that I haven't paid for one person to come and follow me. I know it's smart business to do that and to advertise and all that sort of stuff. But at this point, I'm very proud of myself because I've got here so organically. And everybody that I know that is in my community, they're there for a reason. They either believe in what I or spirit share, or they actually do want to improve their lives in some way and need what I have to offer. I love it. I love it. I love that organic um, community that I've got here. And this isn't working. What's going on here? All right, you guys. So I may love you and leave you. I want to thank you all so much for being here. Hello to everyone watching the replay. All my links are down below. If you'd like to leave a kind donation to my channel, that helps me keep it going, then that link's down there. And thank you so much to everybody who already has. If you want to book a private reading with me, I'm adjusting my website tonight, so there'll be more available times. Yeah, join my Patreon if you want to, little personal development playground. But if not, please take care of yourself and I will see you on the other side. Bye, guys.